asking you your name?
My name is Charles Yonker,
Charles
just
Yonker.
like New York without the S.
Got you. Okay. Pleasure to meet you. And would you happen to have an inspiring life story to share? Maybe a story of
Well,
tragedy and triumph.
I have, well, I used to have
Mm-hmm.
a 1957 Chevrolet pickup truck,
All right.
but it's sold.
Got it.
And I don't like that idea, but just the same, it got sold.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm waiting for the results of that sale.
Okay.
I don't know how much money got spent, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry about that. Anyway, I spent 8.5 years building the car from ground up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I just have lost everything about that car. Anyway, that's it. And that's where this came from. I joined a car club here in Long Island,
Wow.
and I enjoyed it. They were very good people.
Mm.
We went a lot of places and joined up with a lot of clubs and yeah, and just had a good time. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Did you do any maybe charitable work for the community in these clubs?
They yes they they did that very well, and they joined in with a lot of clubs that did charitable work,
Very nice.
and we did that, joined,
Right.
and I liked it. I liked it. I don't know what else to say about the joining in with them, but they
Okay.
we did. We went all over the place, a lot of places on Long Island.
Mm. What do car clubs generally do? What is the average movement for your group?
What do they do?
Yeah.
Well, they do. What do I say? Charitable work. They do getting together with other clubs
Hmm.
and doing things as an assortment of things to do,
Gotcha.
as joining with other clubs and just having a great time. And um they make a meal,
Hmm.
join with making a meal, making a dinner, and just telling people, come on and join us in for this dinner, and we're going to
Okay.
have a good time. Well, we do. We have a good time.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that. I like that. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about your life before Ambercorn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Reason for me being here.
Hmm.
Okay. When my wife and I moved from Detroit, Michigan,
Hmm.
we joined in with my daughter. She has a house over here on Port Jefferson Station,
Hmm.
and we moved into her house because she said, "You guys are coming over to my house living with me." So why? Because I want to keep an eye on you because you ain't getting any younger. Well, okay, yeah, you're going to be that way about that, eh? So, all right. So we moved in. We moved all of our stuff from 55 years of living in a
Mm.
house in Detroit.
Wow.
So anyway, we moved in, and well, I got all my stuff, all my tools, all my equipment,
Hmm.
and one day I was deciding I was going to go downstairs and do something in the basement on my tools, on my saws and things.
Right.
And I got down to about 3 feet, 3 steps from the bottom,
Hmm.
and I slipped and fell. And I ended up with my feet in the air and my head and back on the steps below.
Ouch.
And my daughter heard that, boom, 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 down the stairs. And she came in, she saw me down there. Oh my God. She called the hospital,
Hmm.
and they dispatched an ambulance. And four guys picked me up. I don't know how they did, but they did. They picked me up, and they loaded me into the ambulance after getting up the steps and around the dining room, into the living room, and out the front door and into the ambulance.
Hmm.
And I guess we went over to not Port Jeff, Stony Brook
Right.
Hospital. And boy, they took a mess of pictures, X-rays, I guess. and they wanted to find out if anything was broke. Well, they found out that there's 3 ribs on one side and 3 ribs on the other side that was broke.
Oh wow.
And it was painful. Oh yeah. And they wrapped me up with a couple of big Band-Aids and shipped me on off to a room. And then after that, then they shipped me on over to St. James Repo or whatever they call them, and rehab.
Yeah.
And I was there for probably 4 months, and then after that they shipped me over here to here, Ambercourt, and I like this a lot better than St. James.
I could imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, it's so far that's where I'm at. I like being here. I don't know what they're going to do with me from now, because I'm progressing.
Okay.
Especially with this. You know, I can walk now, where I couldn't before,
Gotcha.
and I'm progressing from this. I had a wheelchair, but I don't have a wheelchair any longer. I'm on this thing.
Okay.
So anyway, and Frank knows how that works. He's got one.
Yeah. Right.
So anyway, little by little, I'm getting better.
You're getting better. Okay. All right.
And they tell me that.
Right.
Susie down here at the place where you get better, you know, you work physical therapy, PTs, yeah. And she keeps telling me, you're getting better all the time, man. Well, thanks a lot. I'm glad to hear. So we'll see what happens. Well, I like my bed. I mean, I like sleeping.
Yeah,
So,
don't we all?
Yeah.
Best part.
Yeah. So anyway, there's one of a lot of my life.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have 2.
2.
One boy, one girl.
God bless.
And my son is in Tennessee, and my daughter is here, and my daughter is a professor. She works in Queens,
Okay.
in a college.
Queens College.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she does a good job, and she makes a lot of money.
Professors tend to, yeah.
Oh yeah. So anyway, and she does a lot of driving, because it's a long way from her profession. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So anyway, that's that, and she trucks us all over the place. My wife is not in good shape. She's in a hospital over here, right down in Wisconsin, and they won't let her do anything because she has a tendency of walking out of the building.
Oh.
And she can't be watched.
She can't be unattended.
Unattended.
Right.
And
My father was like that.
she will walk out into the street, which she has done.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she left the house one night, and she walked up the hill, the road was advanced, and then she went over to another street, and across that street, I don't know how she made it without getting hit, but anyway, she made it across the street, and there was a building just across the street, and they have kind of a grocery store, but it wasn't grocery. It was things, you know.
Gotcha. Like maybe a convenience store or a pharmacy.
Yeah. And then she walked across, and she got into the pumpkins, and she's stomping the pumpkins and
Oh my.
just creating a mess. And then she decided to turn around and come back home. She got about almost all the way home, and then tripped.
Oh.
And fell down on the sidewalk and cut her face up. It was bad news, just blood all over. She had blood all over her blouse, and it was bad news. And the dog in the house, we have dog, big dog. He heard my wife holler, and he barked. And my daughter was in bed, and she heard the dog, and got up. And walked out in the living room and looked at the dog, and the dog was looking out the window, and she looked out the window, and there saw my wife on the sidewalk. So
God bless those dogs.
that took care of that. And they got her into an ambulance and toted her on someplace. I don't remember where it was she went, but anyway, she got hospital care, and that's been that way since.
How's she doing now?
Not too good. And every now and then she'll fall in the hallway at this place over here, and she'll get cut up. I don't know what she's gonna. I don't know what the next step is, and we keep thinking it may be worse. I don't know.
Are you able to visit her where she is?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, okay.
My daughter and I both, but it's not pretty. I mean,
No, I can imagine.
she does a lot of strange things.
Mm.
So anyway, that's part of it.
That's a significant part.
Yeah, she's suffering from Parkinson's and dementia at the same time. And that's terrible. I mean, that's a hang of a thing to be suffering
That's
from,
true. That's
both diseases at one time.
Right.
So anyway, we have to deal with that, and I don't know how long it's going to take.
But you seem like a strong rock for your family.
I would like to be, and I don't know how long I'm going to be around.
No, of course. I mean, do the best you can.
I can only be here as long as I can,
Right.
and that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So we talk about it periodically. We don't know exactly how long, but we deal with it. We go shopping once in a while. Matter of fact, we're going to go shopping tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm going to go over to Walmart, and I like going to Walmart because I'm going to buy a pillow so I can sit on my chair at the dining room. Chairs are hard.
They're hard. Unbelievable.
I don't like sitting there very long. So,
Yeah.
those chairs are stiff. So anyway, that's why we're going shopping there. And I might even get a pair of PJs over there and just,
Why not? It's great. It's a great season for new PJs.
there you go.
Yeah. All right.
I look for some neat stuff,
Nice.
So anyway, that's it. Well, Frank knows about that.
All right. Well, we'll be talking to him next.
Yeah.
We'll be talking to him just
Yeah.
now.
So anyway, I like being the funny guy, and I do that very well, I think.
I think you definitely do.
People like me being around. So.
Absolutely. You know, I like Metzline can tell you, comedy is universal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? And it's levity. It brings such lightheartedness.
Isn't that the
to
truth?
Even some of the darkest situations.
Isn't that the truth?
Right?
Yeah.
A good belly laugh. One good belly laugh one day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Terrible
that's what
time.
I try to stiff on. You
I
know,
love that.
I like to be the guy.
We need that guy. We need
Call
that.
on me.